Hi guys, how are you? I know I have not done these in a while, but it's simply Alice here, and I used to be a Lewison, then I went through quite a long list of names, let's just put it that way. So, where we are now, it's simply Alice. So, I do not post often videos on this channel. I do have other more used YouTube channels. If you're interested, the links will be in the description. So I thought I would do a quick book review because that's what I used to do on this channel. I'm sorry if you hear some noise in the background, that's just my washing machine. I'm doing a bit of laundry today. So today is, I think it's Saturday? Yeah, because tomorrow is Mother's Day. So I hope you guys have all got your Mother's Day stuff all sorted out. So I've done a canvas. My cat almost sat her butt right on the speaker, so I'm glad she didn't. So anyway, let's get back to the book review. So I'm going to be reviewing Rachel Caine book. It's Glass, first book in her series, and it's the Morganville Vampire book series. So I'm actually now on to book 5. I think it's book 5 I'm on. I'm pretty sure. So I really like this series. At the moment I'm taking a small break and I'm reading some of the Maze Runner books, but I just like a bit of a break sometimes between what I'm reading, so I can usually process what I've read. So this series, I would definitely recommend this for like late teens and early 20s and anybody that really likes vampires and sort of like thriller, sort of supernatural kind of books. This is not, it's not like, I say it's kind of like True Blood. It's more the sort of like bloodshed and fighting sort of thing. So it's more like True Blood than it is like, I can't think of what it's called. Becca, that's my cat's name. What's that book called? No, I can't remember it, but it had Bella? No, that cough it. No, we'll come back to that because I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, so I would definitely recommend this book. So, let me just say what made me like pick up the book to start with. I do like going charity shopping, so for those of you that don't know what a charity shop is, and I find that hard to believe that anyone would not know, is a shop where you can go in and it's got like second-hand stuff that people don't want anymore, and they take it to the shop and they just donate it, and then you go in there and whatever you buy, all the money goes to that charity. So say if you went into a Heart Foundation one or a dog pound one or something like that, the money would go to that charity. So I'm looking in a charity shop and I always like to look at their book areas because I like inspiration, and sometimes, you know, when you see a book title it just sort of jumps out at you and it's like, this is the book for you. So I actually saw a book, but I had no idea at the time that it was the 13th book in a series, 13th or 11th, I can't remember, but it was not the first book. I didn't realise that at the time, and even when I read the first page it says that if this is the first book you've read, it's the 11th book. So it did tell me, but I thought it didn't matter because I didn't realise it was actually a series. So I read that book and it was really good, but I'd actually read it up to date. That was the last one that she had made at that time. So I then realised there was actually a whole series, so I went back and I read the series, and yeah, so that's how I got to the first book anyway. So that's not the first time I've read like the last book of a series and then found out it's a series. I should really do a bit more research before I read a book, to be honest, but you know. So yeah, I mean, this is I am like a sucker for like supernatural books. I do love them. I will pay an absolute fortune on different books which have like werewolves, zombies, vampires, you name it, I'll probably pay for it. So I'm sort of into the teen horror kind of books, and I definitely think this series ticks that box. I would also say that this would be like, I mean, the way it's written, I'd definitely say that it would be okay for younger people. I'd say the youngest would be 13. There's not really any bad language in this. There might be occasional curse words, but it's not too graphic, and it's not too badly worded and stuff. So I'd definitely say that younger people can read this book, but I would definitely aim this more towards um 17-year-olds to maybe 25. That would just be what I would put it at. So yeah, so you'd probably find this in the, oh, my washing's done. You'd probably find this in like not the children's side, but in the younger people area. But like I said, this book just sort of jumped out at me. It might have been that it has like an interesting style of cover. It's got someone, a young woman on the front with blood dripping down the side of her mouth, and it's got like little blood spots and like shiny sort of letters. So it's definitely a nice cover, and I know they say you should not judge a book by its cover, but I'm definitely like, if I see an awesome cover, it will like get my attention than maybe a really well written book with a really more traditional blank sort of like cover. So I'm definitely more lured in if it's like really like interesting themes on the cover. So yeah, but I usually do just look for these kinds of books. I do like supernatural. Another series of books I like is crime, and this book I would say has got an element of that. It's got detectives in it and trying to solve like different mysteries and stuff. So this is definitely the sort of book, all I need now is zombies in it, and then it will be perfect, because I do like zombies. I like zombies and vampires. And yeah, so they just need to add in a few zombies, and then I will found the absolute best book ever. So, but this is definitely a good book. So I'll read the back cover for you. Okay, so it says, "Welcome to Morganville. Just don't stay out after dark." Morganville is a small town filled with unusual characters. When the sun goes down, the bad comes out. In Morganville, there is an evil that lurks in the darkest shadows, one that will spill out into the bright light of day. For Claire Danvers, high school was hell, but college may be murder. It was bad enough that she got on the wrong side of Monica, the meanest of the school's mean girls, but now she's got 3 new roommates who all have secrets of their own. And the biggest secret of all isn't really a secret, except from Claire. Morganville is run by vampires, and they are hungry for fresh blood. So yeah, so I would say that this book kind of just introduces the characters, and it does have like a bit of school bullying going on in it, and it just kind of shows how strong people have to be through that. And I think Claire really sort of defends herself, and she gets into a few fights and she makes some stupid decisions at times, but I think that just sort of shows that she's human, and everyone else around her, like the vampires and stuff, are obviously not human. But it gives a really good sort of like moral like sort of story and stuff, and it just gives a good point of how you can be bullied or treated that way in any situations. So I think this shows that, like, it also shows that she's really clever, and I think that's nice that it's sort of like a woman's side of it. It's not like, because with these sort of books you usually have the main character as like a male, sort of like around this age in schools and stuff, and I think it's just really good that it's like a female, and that she's just like, I mean, she's just showing herself as being really strong, and she's come into this sort of place, and she puts her life in the line to sort of like save her friends, and it's just a really good story. So I would definitely recommend this book. Um, so yeah, definitely go and check it out. So it's by Rachel Kane. I will put all the like stuff that you'll need to know in the description, and definitely a big shout out to this author and this book and this series, and definitely do check it out because this is a really good book. So if you like the supernatural sort of side of it and a little bit of detective work and stuff and some crime and all that sort of thing, this is definitely a book for you. So yeah, just check it out. So okay, well, thanks for listening, guys. And I know I don't post much on this channel, but definitely in the description there will be some links to my other channels, and so yeah, I don't use this channel very often because I have so many channels, and I honestly do not need this many channels. I wish there was a way to just like link it all into one account, but YouTube hasn't quite figured a way for that to happen yet, and I don't know if it would be possible anyway, so I can't put all of my videos like on just one, so it gets a little bit confusing to have so many active channels. So the ones in the description are the ones that I really use, but I don't want to just stop using accounts because it's just like, you know, it's a bit of a waste. So anyway, thanks for listening, and I will see you or talk to you guys or whatever some sometime in the future. Okay, well, bye guys.